For our next lesson, we're going to be talking about polynomials and special products. So just to review some terms, a polynomial in x, when we put it in standard form, we always put the highest exponent first, okay? And we go descending. So if it's like x to the cube is your biggest exponent, that goes first, and then x squared, and then x, and then the one without the x. So the degree of the polynomial is the highest exponent. Okay, so if we say it's a polynomial degree 4, that means the biggest power of x is x to the 4th. The number in front of the highest variable with the highest coefficient is called the leading coefficient. And the number without the x is called the constant term. Okay? So we'll use these in the next one. We want to write this polynomial in standard form and then find the degree and leading coefficient. Okay. So we're going to take the highest degree first, which is x cubed. Now the negative 7 goes with it, so negative 7x cubed. We don't have an x squared term, but we do have an x term. And then we have a 6. Okay, and whatever sign is in front of the coefficient goes with it. Okay, so our degree is 3, because that's the highest exponent, and our leading coefficient is negative 7, because that's the coefficient in front of the x cubed. Okay? And if you were asked, the constant term is 6, so the one without the x. All right, so we are going to do just some basic operations with these. We're going to find the sum and difference of these two things. So first we'll do the sum. 2x cubed minus x plus 3. X squared minus 2x minus 3. For sums, you're just adding like terms. So I've got a 2x cubed, no other 2x cubes. Got an x squared, no other x squareds. Okay, I have a negative x and a negative 2x, so I can combine those. And I have a 3 and a negative 3, which is 0. So there's the sum. Now for the difference, 2x cubed minus x plus 3 minus x squared minus 2x minus 3. Be careful on your differences. What has to happen here is this minus, that negative sign gets distributed to all of these things. So what we actually have, this one doesn't change. We have minus x squared, minus minus makes plus 2x, minus minus makes plus 3. So make sure that you're always doing that when you're subtracting, is distributing the negative through. So again, we're going to combine our like terms. We have 2x cubed minus x squared, like terms here, plus x, like terms here, plus 6. Okay. When we want to multiply polynomials, we can use the FOIL method, which I know you're all very familiar with that, first outside, inside, last. So we get 3x squared minus 15x minus 1x plus 5. So 3x squared minus 16x plus 5. Combine your like terms right here. Okay, you've been doing that for years. Not a lot needs to be said about that. Okay, one other way that I want to show you that you can multiply these things. You can use, actually 2 other ways. You can use the vertical arrangement. The vertical arrangement is based on good old math that you learned, I don't know, in 5th grade. If you were doing 321 times 52. Okay? The first thing that you do when you multiply this is you take 2 and you multiply by everything. Okay? We're going to do a very similar thing. So we are going to multiply x squared plus 2x plus 3. We're going to multiply that by x squared minus 2x plus 3. Okay, so just like we took the 2, the number in the ones place, and we multiplied it by all 3 of those things, we're going to take the 3 and multiply it by everything. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2x is 6x, and 3 times x squared is 3x squared. Okay. Now, back in 5th grade or whatever, after you multiply everything by 2 and you get these numbers, whatever they are, then remember how you skip a space and then you multiply 5 by everything? Same thing over here. we're going to skip a space, and now we're going to multiply everything by negative 2x. Notice it's a negative 2x. So negative 2x times 3 is negative 6x. Negative 2x times 2x is negative 4x squared. And negative 2x times x squared is negative 2x cubed. Okay, now, just like we did in 5th grade, I don't have an example of this, we're going to skip 2 spots. We're going to do our last item. We're going to do everything times x squared. So this gives us 3x squared. X squared times 2x is 2x cubed. And x squared times x squared is x to the 4th. And the last thing we need to do is add those together. So we get 9. Those are going to cancel. Negative 4x squared, 3x squared, 3x squared, that's going to be 2x squared. Those are going to cancel. And x to the 4th. Okay, so there is our answer. So this is one method that you can use to multiply these things. Other methods that you can use superfoil. I'll show you superfoil, and then I'll show you box method. So superfoil, trying to remember what the numbers are. X squared plus 2x plus 3, x squared minus 2x plus 3. Okay. Mr. Bentley maybe calls this the clam method. I can't remember what he calls it. Okay, but basically with this is you take the x squared and you multiply it by everything. So let's go ahead and do that. X to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus 3x squared. Then you take the next number and you multiply it by everything. Now, something that I kind of like to do is rather than like keep going, and I'll show you. Rather than doing this, and I'll do this and then erase it. So I do 2x times x squared, which is 2x cubed. 2x times negative 2x is negative 4x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x. And then I'm going to keep going, and this gets really long, and it's sometimes hard to find my like terms. So what I do often is I'll start lining up my like terms vertically. Just helps me keep track of things. So on this red one, this 2x times x squared, I get 2x to the 3rd. I just line it up right there. And then 2x times negative 2x is negative 4x squared. And 2x times 3 is 6x. And then the last one is I take 3 times everything down here. And again, I'm going to line up my like terms. So 3x squared, I'm going to put that with the other x squareds. 3 times negative 2x is negative 6x. And 3 times 3 is positive 9. And now I've got all my like terms written in columns. It's super easy to add them to see what cancels. Okay, so that's another method. It's kind of a hybrid method between the vertical and FOIL. The box method, I'm not going to walk you all the way through this, but some of you may have done this. So you're taking x squared, 2x, and 3, so you make a box. And then this direction is your other one, x squared minus 2x plus 3. And then you kind of treat this like a multiplication table. Okay? X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. X squared times 2x is 2x cubed. X squared times 3 is 3x squared. And you keep doing that. The nice thing about this is your like terms wind up being on the diagonals. So they're easy to find also. Long story short, I don't care what method you use. If you want to FOIL, if you want to use the vertical method, if you want to use the box method, if you want to use some sort of combination of the 3 things, I don't care, as long as you get the right answer and you're comfortable doing it.